Hello everyone, welcome to What If Rimuru Was in Demon Slayer Part 2, Suzumi Mansion, Mitsuman. South-southeast south-southeast south-southeast, the next place you need to go is south-southeast. Tanjiro. Understood. Mitsuman. South-southeast. Nezuko. Got it. Mitsuman. South-southeast. Rimuru. We heard you. Mitsuman. South-southeast. Veins could be visibly seen on all of the siblings. Rimuru, Tanjiro, and Nezuko. We said we heard you. Please. The three siblings looked at a young man in yellow screaming while holding a girl by the arms on his knees. Please 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 marry me, you know I could die any day now, marry me so I don't die alone, marry me, I'm begging you please. Tanjiro. Brother, what is he doing? Rimuru. I don't want to answer. Nezuko, stay behind us. Nezuko. Okay. A small sparrow flew toward the three siblings. Tanjiro held out his hand and listened to its chirps. Rimuru. What's it saying, brother? Tanjiro whispered it to Rimuru. Rimuru nodded. Nezuko. Hey, what's the big secret? Rimuru. Don't worry about it and stay back, we'll handle this. Nezuko. Fine. Tanjiro. Don't worry, we'll try to help. The sparrow looked at both boys, relived. Zenitsu. Please, I'm asking you again, marry me, I beg you. Tanjiro grabbed the yellow boy and reprimanded him for his actions. Meanwhile, Rimuru apologized to the girl. Tanjiro. You shouldn't make such a scene in the middle of the road, she's clearly not interested in you, so stop harassing her, you're stressing your sparrow out. Rimuru. I'm so sorry if this one has been causing you trouble, please accept my apology on his behalf. Zenitsu. Wait, you're those two from final selection, right? Tanjiro. Don't go acting like we know you when we don't. Rimuru. Hold on, I recognize him. Tanjiro, he's the guy who was going on about himself dying. Tanjiro took another look at him again and then put him down. Tanjiro. Allow me to apologize as well, you should be all set to head home, do you need help with anything else? Earl. No need to apologize, thank you both very much. Zenitsu. Hang on, don't you interfere, that girl is madly in love with me, the two of us are going to get married. The girl slapped the Zenitsu repeatedly before Tanjiro and Rimuru pried her off him. Tanjiro. Hey, calm down. Rimuru. He's not worth it. Earl. When did I ever say anything that resembled that? I loved you, all I did was come talk to you while you were crouched on the side of the road looking ill. Zenitsu. You mean the reason you did that wasn't because you were falling in love with me? Earl. Considering that I already have a fiancé, that's exactly what I've been trying to tell you, but you seem just fine now, so goodbye. The girl turned around and walked away looking quite mad. Zenitsu. Wait, come back, please. Tanjiro. Would you give it a rest already? Rimuru. Desperation is not attractive. Zenitsu. Why did you have to get in my way? This had nothing to do with you. Rimuru. Tanjiro. Zenitsu. Why are you both looking at me like that? Stop it, you guys are staring at me like I'm some pitiful creature or something. Now listen here, the both of you, the reason I missed out on getting married is your fault, both of you. Rimuru. Tanjiro. Zenitsu. Say something, would you look? During my next job I'll likely die, the reason is I'm just a weakling, do you understand? You guys have to help protect me until I get married, alright? Tanjiro. My name is Tanjiro Tsujikuni. Rimuru. Rimuru Tsujikuni, we're brothers. Nezuko. And I'm Nezuko Tsujikuni, nice to meet you. Zenitsu. Rimuru. Nezuko, I ask you to let us handle it. Nezuko. I did and you handled it well, no need to hang back now. Tanjiro. That wasn't the point. Zenitsu. Wait, you guys have the same last names, right? Does that mean you're all siblings? Rimuru. Yes. Zenitsu had a warm smile on his face as he held Nezuko's hands. Zenitsu. It's a pleasure to meet you as well, Nezuko. Nezuko gave a warm smile back at him, quite oblivious to his intentions. Regardless, it made Zenitsu feel like he was on cloud nine. This feeling was short-lived though, as Tanjiro slapped his hands away and Rimuru held his sister quite protectively. Rimuru. We should get going, we do have a mission after all. Tanjiro. Well said, brother, let's hurry. Nezuko. Right. Tanjiro and Rimuru took Nezuko's hands and ran off. Zenitsu. Hey, wait for me. Zenitsu slowly caught up with them. Tanjiro. Ha, he's quite fast when motivated. The group all ran together and were approaching their destination quite quickly. Rimuru. Hey, what was that about being afraid of all the scary demons that would come your way? You sure you want to follow us? We can handle it. Tanjiro immediately caught on to what Rimuru was doing. Tanjiro. You're right, besides who knows how strong those demons will be, they may just eat us alive if we're not careful. Zenitsu started to look down and slowed down. Nezuko matched his pace and looked at him concerningly. Nezuko. Don't feel like you have to come with us if you're feeling scared, Zenitsu. Zenitsu. She's worried about me. Zenitsu suddenly sped faster than Rimuru and Tanjiro. Zenitsu. Jaya, watch out, demons, I'm coming for you. Tanjiro and Rimuru looked at Zenitsu with disdain. Nezuko. I'm glad you're coming with us, Zenitsu. Zenitsu put on a cooler face. Zenitsu. I would never abandon a girl, especially one as beautiful as you. Nezuko was slightly surprised by his comment. She blushed upon hearing this. Tanjiro and Rimuru sped up and grabbed their sister by both arms and ran up ahead a great distance. Zenitsu. Hey, wait, come back. The three siblings reached the house with Zenitsu not far behind. Rimuru. Tanjiro, what do you smell? Tanjiro. Blood and it's strange. Rimuru concentrated magic sense and scanned the entire place. Rimuru. We should hurry inside, people are in danger. Tanjiro. Right. Nezuko. Hold on a minute. Rimuru. What's up? Nezuko pointed at two seemingly terrified kids. Zenitsu. There are kids here. Rimuru. Oh, you caught up fast. Zenitsu. Is that all you have to say? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were trying to ditch me. Rimuru. Tanjiro. Hey there, is there a reason you're out here by yourselves? They didn't answer as they simply kept shaking while holding each other. Rimuru gave a smile warmer than sun breathing to calm the children's minds. Rimuru. Don't worry, whatever it is you're afraid of, we're here to protect you from it. Just tell us what's going on so we can help you. They both calmed down and explained everything they knew after introducing themselves. Tanjiro. It's alright, we're gonna defeat the bad guy and save your brother. Haruko. Is that true, you'll help him? Nezuko. We promise, so don't cry. Zenitsu. Hey guys, what is that strange sound? It's really unnerving, it doesn't stop. Rimuru. You seem to have excellent hearing because I don't hear anything. The drum continued to bang until a person could be seen falling from the second-story window. Rimuru wasted no time in catching him. Rimuru. What happened? Young man. Even though I was able to escape from that horrible place and make it here was it not enough am I still going to die? Nezuko. No, you're not. Nezuko walked over to him and put her hands on his head and flames engulfed him. Zenitsu. Hey wait, isn't it a bit early to cremate the poor guy? The wounds on him suddenly faded and his body was repaired as if nothing happened. Young man. I'm okay, I was sure I was gonna die. Nezuko. Don't worry, you'll be just fine now, can you stand? Young man. Yeah, it's strange, I feel like I just woke up from a nice sleep. Rimuru. Then you should get out of here, it's not safe, don't worry, we'll take care of everything. Young man. Alright and thank you. The young man ran off back home. Suddenly ominous roaring could be heard though Rimuru, Tanjiro and Nezuko were unfazed as they glared at the house. Rimuru. Alright, let's get going. Tanjiro. Right. Nezuko. Ready. Tanjiro. Zenitsu, let's go. Zenitsu said nothing. The last thing he wanted was to enter that hell house, but he also didn't want to look bad in front of Nezuko. Tanjiro. Fine, we'll go in by ourselves. Rimuru. You just stay with the kids, we'll handle it. Zenitsu looked to the eyes of a slightly disappointed Nezuko as she turned to follow her brothers. Zenitsu. Wait, I'm going with you guys, alright, just wait up. Tanjiro. Please don't let us force you. Zenitsu. I said I'm going, alright. Nezuko. That's great Zenitsu, I'm glad you're coming with us. Zenitsu felt a bit flustered. Zenitsu. Oh of course. Tanjiro. Stay out here, they won't be able to hurt you in the sunlight, you'll be fine, we'll be back soon, this shouldn't take too long. Shoichi. Okay. The four of them walked in the mansion. Zenitsu. There's four of us and they all seem confident, so we should be fine. Yeah, gotta be brave for Nezuko D. Don't worry Nezuko, I'll do what I can to protect you. Nezuko. I appreciate that Zenitsu, but you don't need to worry about me, just make sure you don't get hurt, okay? Zenitsu. She's so sweet and kind, she actually looks at me and doesn't feel disgusted, I need to keep her safe even if there's not much I can do. The three of them heard rumbling throughout the house when Tanjiro. Stay back. Zenitsu. Jaya. The four of them looked to see Shoichi and Taruko run in the house after them. Rimuru. You two shouldn't be here, it's dangerous. Shoichi. I'm sorry but we heard those scary roars. Nezuko. Still it's very dangerous here, we should take you guys back. The rumbling and crashing grew louder along with the sounds of a drum. Zenitsu couldn't contain himself anymore, he ducked sending both Rimuru, Tanjiro and Taruko through another door. Zenitsu. Whoops, sorry. The drum could be heard and the room changed, the sound of the drum could be heard every time the room changed until it settled on one. Tanjiro. The room changed. Rimuru. It seems so, this seems like a weaker version of that one blood demon art that saved the upper moons. Rimuru was holding Taruko and noticed she was sobbing. Rimuru. Hey don't cry, we'll protect you, we're strong, just stay close to us and don't worry about Shoichi, he's safe with Nezuko. Taruko. And Zenitsu. Rimuru. Tanjiro. I'm sure they'll be fine. Suddenly Tanjiro smelt a demon and Rimuru could see it with magic sense. Hi guy. If it hadn't been for them and their meddling. Taruko was about to scream, but Rimuru covered her mouth and whispered in her ear. Rimuru. Stay quiet, we'll handle this, go hide behind those shelves. She nodded and ran to the shelves. Hi guy. Curses, thanks to them he was able to get away, that prey was mine and mine alone, damn them. Why do all these unwelcome guests keep barging into someone else's home? It's maddening, that prey belonged to me, I found it with my own two hands in my own territory. The boys slowly drew their swords. Hi guy. Those filthy rats, I'll make them pay. Tanjiro and Rimuru. Twin sun breathing fifth form. Setting Libra's transformation. Tanjiro was upside down, while Rimuru was right side up. Together they split the demon in three while hitting his neck. Hi guy. What, how I've been beheaded so quickly? Those boys were too quick to even acknowledge my power. Is this truly how I die? As a mere failure? It can't be. Meanwhile, Zenitsu was shaking like crazy. He would normally be screaming, but he's doing his best to stay calm while he's with Nezuko. Zenitsu? Hey Nezuko, maybe we should get Shoichi out of here. It's not safe for him. Nezuko? You may be right. Shoichi? I can't leave without Ruko. I need to find her. Nezuko smiled at the boy. Nezuko? That's very brave and sweet of you. Reminds me of my older brothers, always rushing to protect us whenever they could. Don't worry, we'll find them together, and Zenitsu, and I will keep you safe, right Zenitsu? She looked at Zenitsu with a pure smile that pierced his heart. Zenitsu? I can't abandon her. I need to keep her and Shoichi safe, but I'm just a weakling. What am I supposed to do? Nezuko? Let's start by checking the doors that we come across. Zenitsu? Right. As Zenitsu and Nezuko started opening doors till Zenitsu opened one that revealed a boy in a boar mask. Zenitsu? It's a monster. The boy in question dashed off the walls and ran down the hall. Nezuko? Zenitsu, I heard screaming. Are you alright? Zenitsu? Why yeah, just fine. Nezuko? That's good to hear. Shoichi looked down on the crouched Zenitsu with a look of disdain. Zenitsu? What the heck, what's with that look? Stop it. Meanwhile, Tanjiro? Oh right, we need to get a blood sample. Tanjiro injected the body with a knife and Rimuru? Let's go, he's finished now. Tanjiro? Right, it should be safe now. Taruko. Taruko then ran to the boys and embraced them. Rimuru? Hey now, calm down, it's alright now, the monster's gone, let's go. Tanjiro and Taruko walked out of the room. Rimuru? I suppose that'll give you another chance. Rimuru snapped his fingers, and the soul of Kaigai was transported back to the cardinal world as a lower demon. Rimuru? Now let's let Diablo know he'll have a new member of the Black Numbers to train as his subordinate. Tanjiro? Rimuru, you coming? Rimuru? Yeah, on my way. Rimuru caught up to the two of them. Meanwhile, back in the cardinal world. Diablo? Kufufu understood Lord Rimuru. Kaigai? What's going on? Where am I? Diablo? Congratulations, you have been deemed fit to reincarnate in this world and do as you please. Thanks to the very boy who killed you, any goals you couldn't achieve in your past life may now be realized. Meanwhile, back with Nezuko, Zenitsu and Shoichi, they were walking through the mansion. Thanks to Kaigai's defeat, it was easier to navigate, but they were still lost. Shoichi? Excuse me Zenitsu, Nezuko. Zenitsu shook but tried not to scream as to not look weak in front of Nezuko. Nezuko? What is it? Shoichi? Shoichi? Well, forgive me for saying this, but do either of you have any idea where we're going? Nezuko? No, not really. Zenitsu looked at Nezuko with shock and fear as she was smiling with her eyes closed and her palm on the back of her head. Zenitsu? If she doesn't know where we are, what chance do I have of survival? Nezuko? But don't worry, I promise we'll get out of here alive. Zenitsu? You're so encouraging, Nezuko. Nezuko? Don't worry, we'll all be fine, so just trust me, Kei. Zenitsu? Right. Shoichi didn't answer as he looked behind them terrified. Nezuko? What's wrong? Zenitsu and Nezuko looked behind them to see a demon with a long tongue on all fours. Tongue demon? A couple of kids, I bet you'll taste delicious. Nezuko? I'll make sure to make quick work of you. Nezuko began to ignite her flames, but they barely flickered. Nezuko? What's going on? Nezuko felt hungry. Nezuko? Oh no, I didn't get a chance to eat when we left Tomeo's residence, so my powers are weakening. Nezuko's stomach rumbled as she held it. She was starving. Zenitsu? Nezuko, we need to get out of here, hurry. Zenitsu took Nezuko and Shoichi's hands and ran. Zenitsu? Stay away from us, I'm warning you. They all ran from the demon till they were cornered in a room. Shoichi? Zenitsu, you've got to get up. Nezuko? Hurry, it's catching up. Zenitsu? Just leave me behind, okay, make a run for it. Shoichi? I can't do something like that. Nezuko said no words as she stood in front of the boys. Zenitsu? Nezuko, you need to just take Shoichi and make a run for it. Nezuko? It's alright Zenitsu, I know you don't want to fight, I may not be able to kill it right now, but if I'm lucky I'll at least leave it weakened. Zenitsu? Nezuko, you can't do that, what if you die? Nezuko wore a slight reassuring smile. Nezuko? Then tell my brothers I love them, simple as that. Zenitsu? She doesn't even sound afraid, she doesn't care about her life at all. As long as she helps people she's fine. I want to help her more than anything, but there's nothing I can do, I'm just a weakling, I don't have the strength to protect her or Shoichi. The tongue demon caught up to them as it slowly entered the door. Tongue demon? I'm going to relish using my tongue to scoop your brains out through your ears. Zenitsu? Ah, Shoichi? Zenitsu? Nezuko? What's wrong? Shoichi? He's asleep. Tongue demon? Hahaha, what's up with him? The tongue demon slowly approached them. Nezuko? I've got to protect them, but I'm too hungry, it's all I can do to stand on my own. If I can just give him one good kick, it just may be enough to knock him back through the walls into the sunlight. The tongue demon struck Nezuko to the ground. Nezuko? I'm too weak to dodge. Tongue demon? Die. The tongue demon prepared another attack when suddenly it seemed as if the end of its tongue was cut off. Tongue demon? Ah. Zenitsu stood in front of Nezuko, his hand protectively in front to her. Zenitsu? Thunder breathing first form. thunderclap and flash. Nezuko. Zenitsu. Zenitsu suddenly woke up and looked to the demon's head as it rolled at his feet. Zenitsu. It's dead. How did that happen? What the hell, this is weird, what is this, yuck. He then looked to a shocked Shoichi and Nezuko on the floor. Zenitsu. And Nezuko, you did it, you actually managed to save us. Nezuko. But Zenitsu, you were the one who. Zenitsu embraced Nezuko. Zenitsu. You really are an angel, no a goddess, I was foolish for thinking I had any reason to be afraid. Nezuko didn't finish as she was red from being embraced by Zenitsu. Shoichi was confused but decided to just shake it off. Shoichi. Come on, we should go now. Zenitsu realized that he was hugging Nezuko, he immediately jumped off her. Zenitsu. I'm sorry, that was rude. Nezuko. It's fine. The Wisteria mansion. Rimuru, Tanjiro, and Teruko were walking through the mansion and opened door after door till they opened one that revealed a boy. He was scared though and threw nearby items at them. Tanjiro and Rimuru merely dodged and caught them while trying to calm the boy down. Rimuru. Hey, calm down, we're not here to hurt you. Teruko. Kiyoshi, we found you. The boy stopped hurling objects at them when he realized his sister was present. They embraced each other, happy to see each other. Rimuru. Now ain't that nice to see. Tanjiro. Yeah. Rimuru. Sorry to interrupt your family reunion, but we should treat your wounds and then get you two out of here. The kids nodded. After Tanjiro used the ointment on him, they left the mansion with Rimuru carrying Kiyoshi piggyback style. Rimuru. Tanjiro, you carry Teruko, if we use our speed we should be able to find the exit quick. Tanjiro. Good idea. Teruko climbed on Tanjiro's back. Rimuru. Hang on tight, you two. The brothers then bolted around the mansion. They passed a boy in a boar outfit. Inosuke. What was that? Tanjiro. Did you see someone? Rimuru. Yeah, but it's not a demon, so let's just leave him. Tanjiro. Okay. Meanwhile, Zenitsu was carrying Nezuko on his shoulder. She was still exhausted. Zenitsu. Are you okay, Nezuko? It looks like that demon hurt you. Nezuko. Well, my back is a little sore now that you mention it, my regeneration must be slowing. Zenitsu. I'm sorry. Nezuko. Don't be, you were amazing. Zenitsu. I think you're over-exaggerating, I wasn't that good. Nezuko. I'm not, yo. Tanjiro. He what? Rimuru. Please continue, what was that about Nezuko's back hurting and him being amazing? Zenitsu turned around to see Rimuru and Tanjiro behind him wearing wicked smiles and a menacing aura. Shoichi. I'm so glad you both are safe. Kiyoshi. I'm happy to see you both. Zenitsu. Wait, it's not what you think, I'm dead. Nezuko. Oh brothers, you're back. Zenitsu. That's right, Nezuko can explain it to them. Nezuko. You should have seen Zenitsu while I was weak because I didn't eat as much. A tongue had me on the ground and what Zenitsu did still has me in shock. I'm barely recovering from it. Zenitsu. That's the worst way to put it. Rimuru. Tanjiro. Zenitsu. Wait, I promise it's not what it sounds like. Rimuru and Tanjiro slowly unsheathed their swords. Zenitsu. I swear it's not what you're thinking. Rimuru and Tanjiro. Twin sun breathing 13th FO. Zenitsu. Rimuru. Get back here. Tanjiro. Just let it happen and it'll be quick. Zenitsu ran till he opened a door that happened to be the exit. Rimuru. Oh, he found the exit. Nezuko. Great job, Zenitsu. Tanjiro. Well, since you found the way out, I suppose we'll postpone your death for now. Zenitsu. I promise I didn't do anything wrong. Nezuko. What are you two saying? Rimuru. You heard him. Nezuko. Brothers, I don't know what you're thinking, but Zenitsu is a good person, he didn't do anything wrong, and besides he watch out because ready or not I'm coming through. The boy with a boar mask burst through the doors. Zenitsu. God, there it is again, that terrifying boar monster. Rimuru. And there's Inosuke. Well, this will be a headache. Inosuke. Picking up a demonic presence here. Zenitsu. Hey, I've heard that voice before. He's the 6th survivor during final selection. He was the first to rush up the mountain and the first to come back down. Rimuru. He probably didn't even bother to listen to the formalities. Inosuke looked at Nezuko. Inosuke. I found you, demon. Zenitsu jumped in front of Nezuko. Zenitsu. Stop it. Zenitsu rushed in front of Nezuko. Inosuke. What the hell, who are you? Get out of my way. Rimuru and Tanjiro got in front of Zenitsu and Nezuko. Tanjiro. Do as he says. Rimuru. Yeah, back off. Zenitsu. I'm Zenitsu Agatsuma. Tanjiro. I'm Tanjiro Tsujikuni. Rimuru. I'm Rimuru Tsujikuni. Zenitsu. We're demon slayers the same as you. Inosuke. Oh, are you now? Then you guys should already know we got to get rid of that thing at all costs. Now get the hell out of my way. Rimuru. Over my cold dead maggot infested body. Inosuke. What? Zenitsu. We refuse. Inosuke. Don't you argue with me, I'll deal with you in her move. Tanjiro and Rimuru let off a terrifying aura. Rimuru and Tanjiro. Try and make us. Inosuke. Are you serious? Use your damn head, she's a demon, don't you get that? Tanjiro. Oh no. Zenitsu. Of course I do, I've known that from the very start. Rimuru, Tanjiro, and Nezuko looked at him surprised, though Rimuru was faking his surprise. Rimuru. You knew. Zenitsu. I was going to ask later, but for now you better back off. Inosuke was about to launch a kick at Zenitsu, but both Rimuru and Tanjiro punched him in the chest and his mask was sent flying. Zenitsu? I heard it, you guys broke his ribs. Tanjiro? Listen, can't you see that she's not hurting anyone? Rimuru? And as a member of the Demon Slayer Corps you've got to realize that us bearing our swords against each other is taboo without cause. Inosuke. Rimuru? Ha, I thought he'd get up by now. Tanjiro? Brother, I think when you punched him in the face you knocked him out. Rimuru? Oh. Whoops. Zenitsu? Is that all you have to say? Time passes. Inosuke started to wake up, his head was pillowed by Tanjiro's Haori and he was blanketed by Zenitsu's Haori. Inosuke. He sprung up from the ground. Zenitsu? Ah, he's awake. Inosuke charged at Zenitsu. Inosuke. Fight me now, get back here you. Zenitsu? I can't believe this is how he acts right when he wakes up. Zenitsu ran behind Rimuru as he was the first person he saw. Inosuke stopped and looked at the group burying the bodies of the victims of demons, while Nezuko was resting under a tree due to how exhausted she was. She consumed Rimuru and Tanjiro's rations that they gave her. Inosuke. What are you up to, tell me? Rimuru. What, you've never seen a burial before? Tanjiro. You should help out too, there are still some corpses in there. Inosuke. What's the point in burying corpses? I'm not doing it, not on your life, forget that crap, let's finish our fight. Zenitsu? This guy is cold, did he really just ask what the point of burying people was? Tanjiro? I understand you can't do it because you're in too much pain. The vein appeared on Inosuke's head. Inosuke. Huh. Rimuru? Don't worry, if it's too much work for you don't strain yourself, we got this. Zenitsu? I thought it was just the boar head, but those two are crazy as well. Nezuko slightly smirked as she stood up. Nezuko? Don't worry Inosuke, I can take your place, besides I'll probably be more helpful anyways. Zenitsu? Nezuko too, is this just a family thing? Nezuko? The kids and us can handle it. Tanjiro? Everyone has a different pain tolerance. Rimuru? You just get some rest, sorry to ask too much of you. Inosuke? Don't underestimate me, damn it, I can bury 100 no 200 bodies, I'm gonna do more work than any of you, just watch. The sun went down and dusk appeared, everyone was praying over the graves except Inosuke, who was attacking a tree. Haruko? What's that strange man doing? Hiyashi? Just look the other way. Mitsuoman? Descend the mountain, descend the mountain. Shoichi? Is that crow talking to us? Rimuru? Yeah, it's just getting him to shut up, that's the trick. Shoichi? This is all a bit too much. Haruko? Yeah. Yamamoto? Keep it down, can't you see you're disturbing Lord Rimuru? Yamamoto Yori is the name of Rimuru's crow. Rimuru? Lord Rimuru, huh, a new familiarity, still it takes me back. Oh hello Yamamoto, I'm glad you're back, did you successfully deliver the message? Yamamoto? Yes, Lord Rimuru, Master Kagaya is very impressed with the efforts of you and your siblings, and he believes a promotion is in order for you and your brother, given the circumstances. Rimuru? A rapid promotion, what for? Yamamoto? You're too modest, Lord Rimuru, surviving a lone battle with an upper rank is one thing, but nearly winning against uppers 3-2-1, as accepted of Lord Rimuru's family. Zenitsu? Why is his bird such a suck-up? Rimuru? So what did we get promoted to? Yamamoto? Only the best for Lord Rimuru, you and Tanjiro have been promoted to Kino. Zenitsu? What, that's the highest rank aside from Hashira, and hold on, you mean to tell me you guys survived a battle with an upper rank? Nezuko? Well, we did each fight an upper rank, so it was a team effort. Zenitsu? What, you as well? Nezuko, you're so amazing and powerful. Nezuko? Thank you Zenitsu. Suiman? Alright everyone, it's time to follow yours truly. Inosuke looked at the group leaving. Inosuke? Hey, where are you going? Rimuru? Down the mountain. Inosuke? But we're not done with our battle yet. Tanjiro? You're tired, aren't you? Come on, we're heading down. Inosuke? What, I'm not tired at all, let's fight. Rimuru? No. As the group was preparing to go their separate ways, Mitsuoman flew to Kiyoshi. Mitsuoman? Hold out your hand. Kiyoshi did as he said as a bag was barfed in his hand. Mitsuoman? That will ward off demons as the one with Morechi, be sure to keep that on your person. Tanjiro? It smells like wisteria. Kiyoshi? What's that? Rimuru? A flower that demons can't stand, best not to lose it. Yamamoto? It's a demon repellent, it'll keep them away from you. Inosuke could be heard butting his head again. Rimuru? Hey, give it a rest, I doubt your brain can take more damage. Kiyoshi? Rimuru, Tanjiro, Nezuko, thank you all for everything. Shoichi? Yeah, you too Zenitsu, thanks. Zenitsu? I don't really deserve praise, after all it was Nezuko who saved us. Nezuko? Oh, that reminds me Zenitsu, when you passed out, yo. A loud grumble could be heard. Rimuru? Tanjiro? Nezuko? Zenitsu? Inosuke bashed his head against a tree. Rimuru? We should find some food before anything else. Tanjiro? Good idea. Nezuko? Right. Rimuru? Would you guys be fine on your own? Kiyoshi? Yes, we can get home on our own now. Tanjiro? Alright, safe travels. Rimuru? Nezuko, if you're getting too tired from your hunger I can carry you. Nezuko? I'm fine. Rimuru? Alright if you're sure. Mitsuman. Now everyone follow me, follow yours truly. They followed the crow, but after a few steps Nezuko collapsed much to everyone's worry. Rimuru. I knew you were exhausted, seriously what were you thinking tiring yourself out? Nezuko. Sorry I didn't want to trouble you guys, but here we are now. Rimuru was carrying Nezuko the rest of the way via piggyback. Tanjiro. Let's hurry to the mansion. Rimuru. Yeah, we don't want to keep our gluttonous sister waiting too long. Nezuko was red from embarrassment as she repeatedly bonked Rimuru on the head. Nezuko. Hey, don't say that. Rimuru. Ow, alright, I'm sorry, I was just joking, ow. Tanjiro. Still, jokes aside, we should hurry. Rimuru. Right, if we wait too long she could eat her own hair, ow. Another bonk to the head was given to Rimuru. Rimuru. You too, alright if we pick up the pace. Zenitsu. Sure. Inosuke. You trying to race, I'll beat you. They all ran to the mansion, and due to the brothers' natural speed and Zenitsu's will to keep up with Rimuru and Nezuko, along with his fear of Inosuke, he managed to keep up slightly. Inosuke, not wanting to be beaten, also kept up. They quickly reached the mansion. Mitsuman. It's time to rest, you've all had a tough day, rest up now. Rimuru. Ugh, finally I can't recall the last time we slept, let's go. Nezuko. You said it, brother. Rimuru said this as he knocked on the door of the mansion with Nezuko still on his back. The door soon opened. Issa. Yes. Tanjiro. Oh, sorry to bother you this late at night. Zenitsu. A ghost, it's a ghost. Rimuru. Shut up. Inosuke. Who the hell are you? Issa. Should I presume you are all demon slayers? Inosuke. We are, what's it to ya? Tanjiro. Inosuke. Issa. Please come in. The five of them helped themselves to their meals. Inosuke took food from Tanjiro's bowl, but he simply offered him more, which made him furious. He then tried to take some from Rimuru. It did not end well for him. Rimuru. Bastard is damn lucky he's a main character, seriously, though I forgot how annoying those two were in the beginning. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with them, or how Tanjiro dealt with them on his own. Oh well, he's just patient like that. Well, it shouldn't be too hard, nothing new, it's just a different level of annoyance that I can handle. Inosuke had a massive swell on his face as he continued to eat his food. Zenitsu. Is that moron for real? He forgot all about Nezuko. Well, at least he's leaving her alone. Nezuko in question was eating her 25th mini feast. Zenitsu. She's like a black hole. Nezuko. Is something wrong, Zenitsu? Zenitsu. No, of course not. Nezuko. Okay, can I have some more, please? Issa. Of course, dear. Zenitsu. She'll still eat more. The doctor did a checkup on everyone, and the only one with any major injuries was Inosuke. Everyone else was perfectly fine. The five of them then went to bed. Nezuko was going to her room, but first. Zenitsu. Hold on, there's something I've been meaning to ask you guys. Rimuru and Tanjiro and Nezuko sat with Zenitsu while Inosuke was trying to sleep. Zenitsu. So yeah, sorry if this is rude, but I could tell you were a demon, so do you mind? Nezuko. Well, I think he does deserve a full explanation. Rimuru. Yeah, we'll tell you everything. Tanjiro. It's a long story though, and not one we really enjoy repeating, but you deserve to know after still protecting her, regardless of knowing from the start she was a demon. Rimuru. Get comfortable, this may take a bit. Mount Natagumo. The sun started to rise and with it, Nezuko started to awaken. She got up from her futon and stretched a bit. Nezuko. It's quite early, but I've slept enough. She does her morning routine and leaves her room for breakfast. Zenitsu. Oh, Nezuko, you're up as well. Nezuko turned around to see Zenitsu. Nezuko. Yeah, never been one for sleeping in. Zenitsu. Is it okay if I sit here? Nezuko. Sure. The two sat in silence a bit until Zenitsu hesitantly decided to break the ice. Zenitsu. I'm sorry about what happened to you. Nezuko. It's not your fault, and though it does come with implications and I do want to turn back, the best thing about it is I can use this power to help people. Zenitsu. She really is an angel. Nezuko. If I may ask, what made you trust us so much despite you knowing I was a demon? Zenitsu. You're all so kind, I can hear it. Nezuko. I'm not sure what you mean. Zenitsu. I've always had great hearing and everyone has a sound, and the one that comes from you and Tanjiro is so kind, but strangely, I don't get that from Rimuru. There is kindness, but that's not all there is. Nezuko. What do you mean? Zenitsu. It's a mix of sounds and I'm not sure what to make of it. There's compassion, anger, guilt, sadness, and more. I think he's got something weighing on his mind. Nezuko. He probably still feels guilty and blames himself for what happened. We keep telling him it wasn't his fault, but even though he says he understands that, we can tell he still blames himself. He's fully convinced it was his fault. Zenitsu. Well, he's lucky to have people like you looking after him. Nezuko smiled at him. Nezuko. You're so sweet, Zenitsu. I'm glad I can talk to you. Zenitsu was as red as a tomato. Zenitsu. Why, you don't have to say stuff like that. Nezuko. It's true, Zenitsu, you're a strong person. Zenitsu. I wouldn't say I'm that strong, I'm honestly quite weak. I'm just glad you three are coming with me, so I don't have to fear. You guys are strong, you saved us from that demon. Nezuko. Zenitsu, the one who killed that demon was Rimuru. Well, what's going on here? Tanjiro. What are you two doing? Zenitsu slowly turned around to see Rimuru and Tanjiro with terrifying auras and terrifying smiles. Nezuko. Oh, good morning you two, I was just enjoying breakfast while talking with Zenitsu. Rimuru. Is that so? Zenitsu. Now wait, just hold on. Tanjiro slowly unsheathed his sword and Rimuru did the same. Tanjiro. Come to think of it, I believe you got off too easy for harassing that girl. Rimuru. Looks like we can kill two birds with one stone. Nezuko. Come on you two, aren't you being a bit extreme? Rimuru and Tanjiro. Of course not. Zenitsu. See, come on guys, let's just talk about this. No wait, no ai. Time passed. Inosuke was able to recover. Thanks to Nezuko's help he felt giddy by her kindness, but never admitted it. Soon they left for their next mission. They ran to Mount Natagumo. Rimuru. Well, aren't we just the greatest team? Nezuko. It is nice to travel together. Zenitsu. Well, I do admit I feel safer alongside you guys. Tanjiro nodded. Inosuke was silent, but his joy could be felt but not shown. Rimuru. This is nice. They soon approached the mountain. Nezuko. The sun's starting to go down, we should be careful, they know that they have more of an advantage. Zenitsu. Everyone, we need to pause here. Zenitsu had everyone's attention. Rimuru. What's up? Zenitsu couldn't say it in front of Nezuko, but he was nervous. Inosuke. Why the hell is he sitting like that? It's pretty weird if you ask me. Zenitsu. Who are you to talk to me about weird? You can't tell me you're not getting any spooky vibes from that mountain. The group looked at the mountain. Tanjiro. Even so, we can't exactly just wait here. Rimuru. Yeah, people could be dying while we're chatting here. Inosuke. I told you this guy's an odd duck. Nezuko. Come on Inosuke, it's not very nice to call people that. Tanjiro looked to the mountain as he was picking up an ominous scent. Zenitsu. Tanjiro, is there something wrong? Tanjiro. What is that smell? Tanjiro ran ahead. Rimuru. Hey, don't go by yourself. Rimuru followed him as did Nezuko and Inosuke. Zenitsu. Hey wait, don't leave me here by myself, who knows what'll happen. Zenitsu followed them. The group ran and saw a young demon slayer on the ground. They ran to him. Tanjiro. Are you alright? What happened? Before they could do anything, the young slayer was pulled by wires begging for help as he was dragged back into the forest. Tanjiro yet again smelled the awful stench. Tanjiro. I'm going in. Rimuru put a hand on his shoulder. Rimuru. Not alone you aren't, let's go. Nezuko. Right, we need to help them. Inosuke walked in front of them. Inosuke. I'll head in first. Rimuru. Alright if you want to. Inosuke. Hahaha, let's go. They began to leave until Nezuko looked back. Rimuru. Nezuko, let's go. Nezuko. You guys go ahead, I'll be fine on my own. Rimuru. Well okay. Tanjiro. Just be careful. Rimuru and Tanjiro followed Inosuke through the forest of the mountain. They encountered many spiderwebs, but merely shook them off. Rimuru. Guys look. Rimuru pointed to a demon slayer. Tanjiro. Let's go. They walked to the frightened boy and gently tapped him on the shoulder. Rimuru. Calm down, we're here to help out. I'm Rimuru Tsukiguni, rank Kino. Tanjiro. Tanjiro Tsukiguni, also Kino. Murata. Kino, they should have sent a Hashira. Well, I guess with Kino we still have a chance. Rimuru. Tell us what's happened. Murata explained how the core suddenly started turning their blades against one another. Meanwhile, Kagaya. You did well to return. It would appear that most of my children have been killed. We may very well find the 12 Kazuki there. It would seem I'll have to send in some Hashira. Gyu. Shinobu, bring our newest Hashira with you. Gyu and Shinobu. Understood. Gyu. Master, before we leave, is it true that Tsukiguni's siblings were sent as well? Kagaya. Yes. Gyu. Then I'm almost certain that they will be sufficient. Kagaya. Then I suppose this can be their test. Even so, there have been reports that the 12 Kazuki have become even stronger. It's best to send you 3 to be safe. Gyu. Understood, Master. Shinobu. If only humans and demons could get along with each other, wouldn't you agree, Tomioka? Gyu. That's a pipe dream as long as demons hunt us. But if there ever was one who wouldn't harm humans, then it should be protected. Shinobu. How open-minded of you. Back at the mountain, Nezuko sat next to Zenitsu for a pep talk. Zenitsu. I wonder if the others hate me. Would someone normally leave their friend behind like this? Nezuko. No one hates you. My brothers can give you a hard time, but that's only because they can be protective, and Inosuke's had a different life. He probably doesn't know how to respond to affection. Look, Zenitsu, they left because they were worried about the lives in danger up ahead. Zenitsu. I guess you're right, it was a bit selfish of me to think like that, but regardless it's probably better if I stay back. I'll only get in the way. Nezuko. If I didn't think you could do this, I wouldn't have let you come with us. You passed final selection like everyone else. Zenitsu, you can do this. Zenitsu took a deep breath. Zenitsu. Alright, thanks for the pep talk, Nezuko. Nezuko. Of course. They walked toward the mountain. Nezuko noticed that Zenitsu's hands were shaking. She reached out and held his. Nezuko. It'll be fine. Zenitsu was as red as a tomato, and he steamed like a kettle. Nezuko. Come on, let's go find the others. Zenitsu. Right. They walked to the mountain hand in hand. Zenitsu. It's strange, by now I'd usually be panicking, but when I'm with Nezuko I feel safe. Nezuko noticed Zenitsu was staring at her. Nezuko. Is something wrong, Zenitsu? It's nothing. Meanwhile, with Rimuru, Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Murata were fighting the puppet demon slayers. Inosuke and Murata were holding them off, while Rimuru and Tanjiro cut all the threads and spiders freeing the demon slayers, but none were alive. Suddenly both Rimuru and Tanjiro stopped in their tracks. Murata. What's wrong? Don't tell me you've been controlled by those spiders too. Rimuru. It's not that, I just got this bad feeling is all. Tanjiro. Yeah, me too. Inosuke. Get your head in the game, we gotta go. I found the demon, it's that way. Rimuru. Right, let's go. The boys ran up ahead till they saw an awful sight. Inosuke. There's another group here. Azaki. Stop, don't come any closer, you have to go and bring someone who's a higher rank. It's the only way for certain to stop the rest of us from being killed. Help us, I beg you. Before she could say another word, she fell to the ground and dropped her sword. All of her threads were cut, and so were those of the surrounding demon slayers, and all the surrounding spiders were killed. Azaki. What? She looked behind her to see Tanjiro and Rimuru behind her. Rimuru. Don't worry, we're both Kino, we are the higher ranks, we've come to help. Tanjiro. Murata, can you stay with these guys, they seem hurt, they'll be sitting ducks. Murata. Alright. Mother Spider. How my dolls have been defeated so quickly, it can't be. Rui. Mother, can you really win? Mother Spider. Rui. Don't you think this is taking too much time? The woman couldn't help but shake in fear. Rui. You better get to it or I'm gonna have to tell father. Mother Spider. No, I can do it, you don't have to worry, I promise to protect you, so please whatever you do don't tell your father, not him. Rui. Well then hurry it up. Rui began to leave. Rui. Oh, and be cautious, those two, they're the ones he warned me about. Mother Spider. Right, I will. Rui left. Mother Spider. I've only got one thing left, if this doesn't work it will be hell for me. Inosuke. It's this way, we'll reach them before you know it. The group noticed a relatively large demon. Tanjiro. Inosuke. I noticed that thing before you did, I'm gonna hack his head right off his shoulders. Inosuke jumped to attack it to only notice it had no head. He blocked its attack and got some distance. Inosuke. That thing doesn't even have a head. Rimuru. That's not a problem. Rimuru walked in front of the monster and drew his sword. Inosuke. Whoa, Rimuru. There are currently 4 ways I know of that can kill a demon. 1. Sunlight. 2. Nichiren decapitation. 3. Wisteria poison, and the 4th and hardest way, the destruction of them to the point where less than 3 cells remain. What you witnessed was the 4th. Tanjiro. Well done, brother. Rimuru. I've got a location on the demon, okay if I send you there. Tanjiro. What do you mean by that? Rimuru wrapped his arms around Tanjiro. Rimuru. Just trust me. Rimuru then launched his brother in the air toward the demon. Rimuru. Yeet. Tanjiro. I see, thank you brother, so that's where you are. Mother Spider. No, that doll was my fastest and strongest, and they still won so quickly. It's Rui's fault for coming to me with his threats, that's why I panicked, it's not my fault. The spider mother suddenly looked up to see Tanjiro approaching with his sword in hand. Mother Spider. From above. Tanjiro. Sun breathing 8th form. Mother Spider. He's going to cut my head off. Oh, what do I do? Although if I die I'll be freed, I'll find peace. Tanjiro noticed that she held her arms out as if embracing her demise. Tanjiro. Water breathing 5th form. Blessed rain after the drought. Mother Spider. This feeling, it's as if I'm being showered by a gentle rain, it doesn't hurt, not at all, I just feel warm. I never thought that my end would be this tranquil, and now I'll be released. Meanwhile, Rimuru. Tanjiro should have released her by now. I don't know much about her, but despite her suffering, does she really deserve my help? Well, I suppose since she warned Tanjiro about Rui, that can at least cover her, told Diablo. Back in the cardinal world. Diablo. Yes my lord. Rimuru. You've got another one, same treatment as Kaigai. Diablo. Understood my lord. Rimuru. Speaking of which, how is he? I'd like to speak with him. Diablo. Of course my lord. Kaigai. I am honored that you would speak to me, my lord. Rimuru. How have you been? Kaigai. I'm fine my lord, and I'm grateful for the opportunity you've given me. I look forward to serving you. Rimuru. I see you've done a good job, Diablo. Diablo shook at his master's praise, feeling a great bliss. Diablo. You honor me with your praise my lord. Rimuru. Expect new souls to come to you. I want them loyal and ready to serve just like him. Diablo. At your command my lord. Rimuru. Now Tanjiro should be coming back soon with the news. As if on cue, Tanjiro ran back. Inosuke. So did you take out that monster? Tanjiro. Yes. Rimuru. Did anything about it give you any clue on what we're up against? Tanjiro. She said that one of the 12 Kizuki is on this mountain. Rimuru. Good, that's exactly what we're looking for. Meanwhile, Zenitsu. Ouch. Nezuko. What's wrong? Zenitsu. I'm fine, just a little prick is all. Nezuko. Let me see. Nezuko looked to see swelling on the spot where Zenitsu was bitten. Nezuko. It looks like you were bitten. Zenitsu. What, am I gonna die? Nezuko. Don't worry, I can cure it. Nezuko engulfed the spot Zenitsu was bitten in flames that healed him. Nezuko. I don't know what it would have done, but it's a good thing I got rid of it. Zenitsu. Thanks, but it doesn't do much to help with this creepy atmosphere, and the sounds of those spiders are so creepy. I know that they're probably just trying to survive same as me, but still. The rustle could be heard behind them. Nezuko? Is someone there? Zenitsu and Nezuko turned to see a hideous sight. Zenitsu? What am I even looking at? Nezuko lit her flames at the creature. It turned into a naked unconscious human. Nezuko? It can't be, these things were humans, but the good news is there's a chance to save them. Zenitsu? Wait, these things were human? You mean if you hadn't been here I could have shared the same fate as those things? Nezuko? Apparently. Let's keep going. Zenitsu, let's bring him with us. Zenitsu? I'll carry him, don't worry. Nezuko? That's so nice of you. Zenitsu? As if I let some random naked stranger touch Nezuko. They kept going until they found a house hanging on threads. Zenitsu? The heck is that? Are those humans who got turned into spiders? Nezuko? Looks like this is the source. We can stop it here. Zenitsu? Wait, what's that? A spider with the head of a boy came down out of the house and smiled at them with a wicked grin. Spider brother? Ah, I see you're the girl brother wanted to capture so badly. I bet he'll be happy when I capture you. Zenitsu? He wants Nezuko. Oh no. Nezuko wasted no time. She jumped on top of the house and spread her arms. Nezuko? Justice Huffler. The spider boy was incinerated, and the humans that were caught up in the flames were turning back to normal. The threads were incinerated, and the demon slayers fell down, as did the house. Zenitsu looked up at Nezuko in awe, stunned by her beauty and grace. Nezuko? Now let's heal the rest of them. Nezuko healed the rest of the demon slayers. They were grateful after assurance that they would be fine by themselves. Nezuko and Zenitsu left. Zenitsu? You sure you know where we're going? Nezuko? Yeah, I got a good look at them while I was on top of the house there by the river. Let's hurry. Zenitsu? Right. Meanwhile, Shinobu? Were you acquainted with any of these demon slayers? There don't seem to be any survivors in this area. At least we were informed that several of the newer Mizunoto had joined the battle to combat these demons, but they might all be dead by now, don't you think? Buu? Let's go. So bossy, you could stand to make small talk as a common courtesy. Guess someone is in a rush. Shinobu? Now you're not one to talk. When I told you where we were going you looked as if you could barely contain your joy. That's because I'm certain tonight is the night when I find who I've been looking for. Junior high and high school Kimetsu Academy story. Buu? Since it's your first day of class please introduce yourselves. Begin. Tanjiro? Yes, sir, I'm Tanjiro Tsujikuni. I'm the second oldest child, and my family manages a bakery. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Buu? Proceed. Rimuru? I'm Rimuru Tsujikuni, the oldest. Same story. I hope we can make this year a fun one. Inosuke? You're looking at Inosuke Hashibira, and I'm not bringing anything to school besides my bento. Anyone who's got a problem with that can fight me right here. Buu? Proceed. Buu? Proceed. There was no response. Buu? Proceed. Buu looked to see Zenitsu's seat empty. Rimuru? Yeah, I don't know why, but that guy bolted. Their sensei looked out the door to see Zenitsu running away. He quickly caught up to him and reprimanded him for running in the halls. Rimuru burst out laughing along with Inosuke. Rimuru? He should have seen that one coming. Tanjiro? It's really not that funny. Rimuru? I disagree. Nezuko? I hope he's okay. Salvation. The night continued with the three Hashira continuing their mission running alongside each other. Shinobu? Isn't the moon lovely? Tomioka? Shinobu? Since we've been given this joint mission let's try to get along. Buu? My only concern is slaying demons. Rejection. Shinobu? How cold-hearted of you. Shinobu? Well, how about we split up from this point? I shall proceed from the west. Buu? Very well. Good luck, big sister. Shinobu? You as well. Shinobu then split up from the group. I'll go to the east then. Good luck, Tomioka. Tomioka? Right. The mysterious Hashira then left. Finally, after all these years I can see him again. Rimuru? Not very original, still it's such a nice name. Rimuru? With Nezuko not far behind us we should take it easy so she can catch up. Tanjiro? Right. Rimuru? You have any idea where that Kazuki could be hiding? Tanjiro? The odor in the air has gotten stronger so I can't tell, and so far the transparent world hasn't shown me anything. Rimuru? Alright, give me a second. Rimuru concentrated magic sense till he saw a demon with the appearance of a young girl. Rimuru? There. She ran. Inosuke? Get back here. Rimuru? Hold on, Inosuke, it's a trap. Sister Spider? Now father. Inosuke? Who are you calling father? Suddenly a giant figure fell from above. It was a giant humanoid demon with long hair and a spider-like face. Father Spider? Don't you come near my family, stay away from them. Sister Spider? I'm leaving the rest to you, father. Rimuru? I'll go after her, you guys take this guy. Tanjiro? Right. Rimuru sped into the forest. He could have caught her easily, but merely followed her while remaining undetected. Meanwhile, Shinobu made her way to a destroyed house. She questioned the demon slayers on what happened. They explained how they were saved by a demon girl with black hair that was orange by its tips. Shinobu. I see then, thank you for the information. Could you have been right, big sister? No, it can't be. Meanwhile, Rimuru followed the spider sister as she ran to her brother. Sister Spider. Rui mother's been killed and our elder brother too. What now? The demon slayers aren't far behind us. Rui, shouldn't we make a run for it? As she said this, her eyes changed and the structure of her face as well. Rui turned around to see this and slashed her in the face with his threads. Sister Spider. Aya. Rui. I've told you before, I really hate it when your face changes back like that. Sister Spider. I beg of you, please stop. Rimuru watched as he continued and she sobbed, finding the whole thing quite distasteful. So much so that for the first time since he came to this world, his aura leaked, terrifying both of the demons. Rimuru. Whoops, guess I gave myself away. Rimuru came down from the tree which he was hiding after concealing his aura. Rimuru. It's quite sad. Rui. What are you talking about? Rimuru. I quite pity you and your family, all of you. You want to know the true feeling of familial love, and as for taking them in, you were on the right path when you took them in and saved them, but torturing them to do what you want and look how you want, that's just plain despicable. Rui. Hold on, I know who you are. You're one of those boys that he wants dead. Bringing your head in should please him greatly. Rui slashed webs at him, but his form disappeared. Rimuru. Sun breathing 11th from fake rainbow. Rimuru. I mean, just look at this poor girl. Rui turned behind himself to see Rimuru holding the face of the spider sister. Rimuru. It doesn't take an emotional expert to see that she's clearly terrified of you. Even that woman that my brother killed embraced her and she preferred death over staying in this hell you call a family, and I can tell just by looking at this girl here. She fears and despises you as well, some family. Rui slashed his threads at the both of them. As the dust cleared, he looked to see that Rimuru wasn't there, and though the sister was covering herself with her arms in fear, she was alright. Rui. Where is he? His eyes widened at the realization of where he was. Rimuru. You see, love is a two-way street. You have to give it before you can receive it, but it's clear you have none of that. It's quite selfish to demand something without giving anything in return, you know. Rimuru said this while getting closer to his ears. Rimuru. Come on, I beat upper 1 and had him running away like a coward. What chance does lower 5 have? Rui. I'll carve you into several pieces. Rui's threads turned red and were close to him, but suddenly they burnt up and were slashed. Rimuru. You guys sure took your time. Tanjiro and Nezuko were in front of their older brother, along with Zenitsu and Inosu catching up behind them. Nezuko. Sorry, I was a good distance away. Sister Spider. Wait, you two were fighting? Father, don't tell me. Tanjiro. A fifth form was all it took to sever his head from his shoulders. Inosuke. You may have beaten him easily while my swords couldn't cut it, but I won't let you get too ahead of me. After this I challenge you. Zenitsu. How are you gonna do that when you don't even have a sword? What even happened to them? Tanjiro. They broke while he was trying to fight that demon. That's when I decided to help him out. Nezuko. We can do this together if you want. Rimuru. Please guys, let me handle this, it's kind of a duel. Tanjiro sheathed his sword and backed away. Tanjiro. Alright, as you wish, brother. Nezuko followed him. Nezuko. Just don't take too long. Rui. She's your sister, isn't she? Though she's a demon, she stays by your sides. That is a true and genuine bond. It will be mine. Rimuru. If you want my sister, you'll have to pry her away from my cold dead hands. Zenitsu. Ugh, such a scary line. Tanjiro. Wait, you could understand that. Nezuko. Wow, your hearing is really impressive, Zenitsu. Zenitsu rubbed the back of his head as he blushed. Zenitsu. Thanks, Nezuko. Rui. Fine then, blood demon art. Cutting thread cage. Rimuru. Now's the perfect opportunity to try that out. Rimuru reached for his sword. Rimuru. Slime breathing first form. Gluttonous predator. Rimuru initiated rapid thrusts that appeared as a monster that devoured Rui's threads. Rui. What? That cannot be, I'll try it again. Rimuru then was behind him. Rimuru. How are you gonna try it again when? Amiwamo Shindu. Rui. What? Rui's head fell from his shoulders. Rimuru. Now to get that blood sample. Rimuru injected Rui and the cat appeared yet again. After he packaged it away it disappeared. Zenitsu. What the heck was that cat thing? Rimuru. Calm down. The sister spider tried to run, but Rimuru was right in front of her. Rimuru. Oh sorry, forgot about you for a second. Don't worry, this won't hurt a bit. She tried to escape but Rimuru. Water breathing fifth form. Blessed rain after the drought. Spider sister. So this is how it ends for me despite everything I did to survive. Why did it have to end like this? At least it doesn't hurt. Hopefully in my next life I can live in peace. Before her head could fall to the ground it was caught and embraced by Rimuru. Rimuru. Don't worry, it will be better, I promise. She didn't know why, perhaps it was his warm embrace, but she trusted his word and started crying. Sister Spider. Thank you. Her head faded away in his arms. Rimuru. I don't sense any more demons, it is finished. Tanjiro. Right, Ryu. Good job, it seems I was correct, you guys did have it covered. Rimuru. Ryu, it's good to see you. Ryu. I see that you and Tanjiro have mastered total concentration, constant, impressive, you've done well. Tanjiro. It's thanks to you we made it this far, thank you for introducing us to Sakanji. Ryu. It was your own talent and hard work that got you this far. Nezuko. Don't discount your efforts, we never would have made it this far, had you not helped us we owe you our lives, thank you Giyu. Nezuko said this while bowing her head. Giyu's eyes slightly widened. Giyu. She really is different, it seems I made the right call. Tanjiro noticed that what was Rui's body was still crawling, he walked over to it and held his hand. Tanjiro. Please let this his next life be a better one. Rimuru. Alright, since you ask so nicely I'll give a pass for the whole family, even the ones that have long passed, the rest will be up to you Diablo. Rui's body fully disintegrated, only his clothes remained. Giyu walked on top of them. Giyu. Don't waste your sympathy, the fact that it looked like a child makes no difference, it lived for decades terrorizing our people. Rimuru. You may have a point, such emotions will only harm your mind, brother. Tanjiro. If it's for the sake of avenging those who were killed, to make sure there are no more victims, I won't hesitate to bring my blade down on any demon's neck, but when it comes to those who felt despair and regret for the actions they took as a demon, I will never disrespect them because, at one time or another, they were human the same as us, so please don't step on his remains, they're not monsters at all, instead demons are hopeless creatures, tragic creatures. Rimuru. You may have a point, a lot of them are tragic cases, but there are plenty of them who are just plain rotten to the core, isn't it easier to think that way when we must force our blades to kill them again? Tanjiro. Feeling this pain and guilt over their lives is exactly what separates a human from a demon. Rimuru and Giyu's eyes widened at those words. Rimuru. You're right, I'm sorry brother. Tanjiro. It's alright, we should descend the mountain. Giyu. But first you should come with me. Rimuru. Why? Giyu. Since you single-handedly killed one of the 12 Kazuki, you are officially a Hashira. Congratulations Rimuru. Tanjiro and Nezuko's eyes widened up, they then hugged their older brother. Tanjiro. That's great. Nezuko. Congratulations Rimuru. Zenitsu. It's been less than a month after final selection, and you're already a Hashira, that's gotta be a record or something. Inosuke. I'll catch up to you soon. Suddenly a sword was about to strike Nezuko, but Rimuru, Tanjiro and Giyu all blocked it together. Shinobu. Oh my. She flipped over them and landed. Shinobu. Why are you getting in my way, Tomioka, and after your insistence that your only purpose here was to kill demons, I have to say this kind of thing is exactly why no one likes you. Inosuke. Ha, who the hell are you? Rimuru. Inosuke, show some respect, that's another Hashira just like Giyu, the insect Hashira. Shinobu Kacho. Shinobu. Someone's done their research now then, Tomioka, would you please move? Giyu. I don't think I'm disliked. Everyone froze up. Rimuru. Dude, you're still on that. Shinobu. Oh dear, I do apologize, you're only just hearing about this now, then I'm sorry, I didn't mean for you to find out this way. Everyone's jaw dropped at that comment. Rimuru. Damn, you didn't need to do him like that. Zenitsu. She's cute but so mean. Shinobu. Boys. Rimuru and Tanjiro. Yes ma'am. Shinobu. What you're protecting there is actually a demon, so please move away before you get hurt. Tanjiro. No, you're mistaken. Well, you're not mistaken, but she's our little sister. Rimuru. She's been a demon for 2 years, we swear she hasn't hurt anyone in that time, can't you see she's not hostile? Shinobu. Oh my, is that really true, you poor thing? In that case, so she won't suffer, I'll use a gentle toxin to kill her. Nezuko. That's very considerate of you. Zenitsu. Why do you sound so accepting? Giyu. All of you run. Inosuke. Huh, no way, Amiru. Tanjiro knocked Inosuke out and carried him on his back, he then nodded at him. Rimuru. Right, thank you Giyu. Rimuru took Nezuko's hand and ran. Shinobu looked quite shocked for a moment. Shinobu. Did you just break the rules of the core? Nezuko. Wait guys, if you do this it'll only cause trouble for you guys, I don't want my family getting hurt. Rimuru. Dummy, that's what family's for, we look out for each other, and even if you can accept your death that doesn't mean we ever will. Tanjiro. Rimuru is right, we'll never abandon you. Zenitsu. Nezuko, you're one of the only girls who's been nice to me, I could never live with myself if I ever let you die. Rimuru. Sorry Nezuko, but you're outvoted, guess we'll just have to leave the core and kill demons independently. Nezuko almost teared up. Rimuru. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be fine, all we have to worry about is Kanao, and we could all take her easily. Rimuru widespread his magic sense and sensed 2 beings following him. Rimuru. Wait a minute, 2, that's 1 too many, is my magic sense off? If it isn't, who is that? Finally, I've got you now, darling. Meanwhile, Giyu was holding off Shinobu. Shinobu. I see you're dead serious about this, who would have thought a Hashira would defend a demon? Giyu. Shinobu. Whatever your intentions are, I'm afraid I don't feel like playing this game of stalling for time, and so good day to you. Shinobu jumped to the trees to go after them, but Giyu was quickly behind her. Shinobu. Is this your attempt at catching up with me? Giyu didn't respond as he gave chase. Shinobu. I don't have any objections to you trying to stop me, but remember there are 2 others to watch out for. Byu. They can handle her Tsukugo easily, but can they handle her the newest official Hashira? She has strength that's just plain monstrous. I question if she's even human. Byu jumped to Shinobu. Byu. They're strong, they'll be alright I hope. Meanwhile, Rimuru, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Tanjiro carrying Inosuke were all running while they were being chased by 2 feminine figures. Rimuru. Guys from above. The one figure jumped down from the trees. It was Kanao. Zenitsu. Jaya. Zenitsu was knocked unconscious by Kanao. She then jumped to attack Nezuko, but Tanjiro blocked it. Rimuru. She doesn't know what she's unleashed now, he can help us. Rimuru. Nezuko, get out of. Rimuru sensed the second figure coming down from the trees. Rimuru. I got you. He took up his blade in defense, but he was tackled to the ground before he could react. Rimuru. What, that's not possible. I've made it so that I'm stronger than every human here, and she's pinned me so easily. Who is she? You're hurting my feelings. You really couldn't tell who I was, darling. Rimuru. That voice, wait, can she read my thoughts? Yes I can. Rimuru. No, it can't be, you're not supposed to be here. But it is. Rimuru opened his eyes to the figure on top of him. Rimuru. Seal. Hello darling. Meanwhile, Shinobu. Tomioka, there's something I want to say. Since the purpose of my attack was to slay a demon, it certainly wouldn't be strued as a violation of the core, but what you're doing is clearly against the rules. You're preventing me from slaying a demon. What are your intentions here? Byu. Shinobu. Don't you have anything to say for yourself? This will be your final warning. Byu. Like I said, if there ever was one who wouldn't harm humans, then it should be protected. She is one of those demons. Shinobu. Come to think of it, I did hear of a demon girl with black and orange hair that healed some demon slayers. That wouldn't happen to be her, would it? Byu. Most likely. Shinobu. Do you really trust her to be a good demon? Byu. Yes. Shinobu. I see. Meanwhile, Tanjiro was fighting off Kanao. He had the upper hand, but he was worried about his brother. Tanjiro. Rimuru, are you alright brother? Seal. I must admit family life is quite adorable on you. She went closer to his ear and whispered. Seal. Master. Rimuru kicked her off, but she backflipped on her feet. Seal. Rough as always, darling. Nezuko. Rimuru, do you know this girl? Rimuru. I've never seen her before in my life. Seal. Clever choice of words, master. Rimuru. Stay in character, this is our first time meeting. That's what they know, just keep this up and I may be able to forgive you for coming here. Seal. So this family life is that important to you? Well then of course master, I shall oblige. Seal unsheathed her sword. It was nearly identical in color to Rimuru's. Rimuru. Tanjiro, Nezuko, take Inosuke and go and tell Zenitsu to do the same. Tanjiro. Zenitsu's unconscious, he has been for 10 minutes. Rimuru was clashing swords with Seal. Rimuru. What did you do? He should have been helping us by now. Seal. I didn't want too much interference, so I let him down for a real nap. He'll be truly asleep till dawn. Rimuru. Well, that's just cheating. Seal. It seems I've been naughty. Seal pushed Rimuru's sword aside and got up in his face. Seal. Are you going to punish me, master? Rimuru. Not in front of the innocents. Rimuru pushed her back when suddenly the announcement to bring Rimuru, Tanjiro and Nezuko back alive was given. Seal. Oh, it seems that's as long as we can play. Everyone sheathed their swords. Seal. But I'm sure we'll get to play again real soon. As they all walked back, they rendezvoused with Gyu and Shinobu. Seal. What were you two doing alone together, I wonder? Veins could be seen on Shinobu's face. Shinobu. I would appreciate it if you didn't tease me like that, little sister. Seal. So scary. As the group walked ahead, Rimuru grabbed Seal's arm. Seal. Getting bold, are we? Rimuru. This isn't funny anymore. As your master, I order you to tell me what the hell are you doing here. Seal didn't look him in the eyes. Rimuru. Well, Seal. It's a long story. Rimuru. We've got time. Ashira meeting. Rimuru. Well, they're not listening, so start explaining. Seal. Well, when master left I feared for your safety and Rimuru pulled her ear. Rimuru. Don't give me that crap. I bet you felt withdrawal symptoms after being separated from me for 5 seconds, am I right? Seal. Okay, I admitted. Rimuru let go. Seal rubbed her ear. Rimuru. Who's watching Tempest? I asked you to do that. Seal. Don't worry, Vildora and Milim are still there. Rimuru. Seal. Good point, but so are Benimaru and Shion and a lot of the patrons. Rimuru put his hands on his face. Seal. Okay, fair. Rimuru. Go back and fix it now. Seal. Just use parallel existence and it'll be fine. Rimuru. The whole point of me being here is also a personal challenge. I'm not using most of my power, that includes you, so go back to Tempest now. Seal. I would, but if only I didn't leave such an impact that would tear a hole if I were gone. That would include breaking your personal rule. Rimuru. When we get back you are cleaning up whatever mess that's been created in my absence. Seal. Deal. Rimuru. Also, you've been acting slightly different. Why is that? Seal. I thought I should generate a new personality while I was here to be more fun. You shouldn't be the only one who enjoys yourself, darling. Rimuru. Whatever, also how come you choose to be a Kacho? Seal put her arms around Rimuru. Seal. It was the easiest natural way of seeing you, and it gave me an easier opportunity to become a demon slayer. Rimuru pushed her away by the face. Rimuru. Speaking of which, how did you become a Hashira? Seal. Oh, that was easy, I tracked down and killed Lower Moon 4. Rimuru. Any particular reason you choose that one specifically? Seal. That's just your imagination. Speaking of which, was there any particular reason you held that spider wench after she was passing on? Rimuru. Oh, so you do have a certain preference for targets. Seal. I know about this world from your memories and your feelings. Rimuru. Please, I would have been able to resist Shinobu, she's scary anyways. Seal. But what about Mitsuri? Rimuru. Rimuru avoided eye contact. Seal. I knew it. Rimuru. Well, anyways, I'm more curious about the breathing style you use. Are you the current flower Hashira? Seal. No, at first I relied on my own strength, but then I decided to create an entirely new and separate breathing style called nature breathing. Rimuru. So you became the nature Hashira? Seal. Correct. Rimuru. Look, just don't interfere with the story with too many relative changes. Rimuru walked up ahead to where Tanjiro and Nezuko were talking. Seal. A bit too late for that, darling. Time passes and the Hashira are assembled. Rimuru and Tanjiro were tied up to be heard out while Nezuko was in another room. Rimuru. I don't like this, we should see her. Tanjiro. She insisted that we wait here, we should just do what they say, we were brought here alive for a reason. Rimuru. I guess you're right. The Kikuchi guided them to the center of the manor where the Hashira were waiting. Rimuru kept staring at the ground as he tried to brace his emotions for what he knew would happen. Tension. I heard they were demon slayers with a demon in tow, so I was expecting someone with some flair, at least so far in looks they don't disappoint. Aijiro. We must see that these boys are put on trial to be judged, so it shall be. Mitsuri. To think that they've been protecting their sister who's now a demon, what a brave and beautiful display of sibling love. Tanjiro. So brother, these are the Hashira. Dodo. Don't open your mouth until you're told. Do you know who you're in the presence of? Rimuru. Yep, the pillars themselves. Dodo. Hey, don't ignore me. He put his hand on Rimuru's shoulder, but when Rimuru turned around to face him with a terrifying glare, he backed away. Seal. Sometimes I wish he'd stare at me like that. Shinobu. Before we begin the trial, why don't you explain the crime you have both been accused? Aijiro. There is no need for a trial. Shinobu. Aijiro. Protecting a demon is a clear violation. We can deal with this on our own. We shall execute all three of them. Tenjin. In that case, I'll decapitate them with style. I'll show you all the most dramatic spray of blood ever. It'll be a spectacle. Mitsuri. No way you'd really kill such adorable children as them. Such a thought fills my heart with sorrow. Jaime. Alas, to see such pitiful creatures as them, poor souls, I grieve for them. Perhaps it would have been better if they hadn't been born. Rimuru. Mother effer, do I look like Zenitsu to you? Who are you calling a pitiful creature? I forgot how unlikable some of these guys were when first introduced. Michiro. What was the shape of that cloud again? What was it called? Rimuru. And as expected, this guy's not even paying attention. Great. Jaime. Let's end their misery. Aijiro. Right. Tenjin. And let's do so with flair. Rimuru. Will I have to go for the intimidation tactic? Now you three, if they were brought here alive by the master's orders, we should at least hear them out. Rimuru. Wait, that voice, it can't be. Rimuru looked at the person speaking, his eyes wide. Hanny. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Rimuru. How is she alive? It can't be unless. Rimuru looked at Seal. She had a smirk on her face as she winked at Rimuru. Rimuru. You did this, didn't you? Seal. Guilty as charged. Abanai. Never mind these boys. What will we do with Tomioka? Seeing him standing there without any restraints is making me feel ill. Based on what Shinobu told us, he's just as guilty of breaking the core rules. How shall we make him take responsibility? What kind of lesson should we teach him? What do you have to say for yourself, Tomioka? Mitsuri. Iguro, you're as sharp-tongued as ever. I see. I love that side of you. Everyone looked to Giyu. Tanjiro. He's in this situation because of us. Rimuru. Damn, Giyu really just made it his mission to stand as separate from the rest of the Hashira as possible. Giyu. Mitsuri. Tomioka's all by himself, all stoic like. How cute. Shinobu. Oh, I think it's fine. He did come here without resisting. Let's come up with a penalty later. What I'm more interested in is hearing the story of these boys. They've been traveling alongside a demon, despite being demon slayers themselves. I wish to hear why straight from their mouths. Hanny. I agree. I also am quite curious about this fabled demon immune to sunlight with healing powers that haven't harmed any humans. Rimuru. I would appreciate not being called a boy. I'm 17, you're only a year older than me. Shinobu. Shinobu. I suppose that's fair, but what you both have done is unquestionably against the core rules. You are both aware of that, aren't you? Rimuru. Of course. Shinobu. So then, Rimuru Tsujikuni, Tanjiro Tsujikuni, why are you both traveling with a demon as a fellow demon slayer? Tenjin reached for his swords. Tenjin. Who cares why? Rimuru. Inconsiderate as always, Yuzui. Tenjin. What was that, brat? Shinobu. Ignore him, you can take your time, just answer the question. Rimuru. She's our sister and what Kanny said is true, she is immune to sunlight and has healing abilities. Our family was attacked by a demon while Tanjiro and I were away. That's how she's been turned into a demon. She's been traveling alongside us and fought alongside us. She's also fought demons the same as you all. And she saved people as well. She won't ever devour a human no matter what. Abanai. Enough, spare us these absurd ramblings. If she's family, no wonder you're both defending her. I can't trust a single word you're spouting. I don't believe you for a monument. Rimuru. You don't have to snake armor on that mountain. She saved over a dozen demon slayers that were turned into spider-like beings that were healed by her. They are witnesses, you can ask them. Surely you can't deny this, you saw them, didn't you, Shinobu? Mitsuri. What a sassy young man, how adorable. Shinobu. That is true, we do have confirmation that she has killed demons and possesses the ability to negate blood demon arts and heal humans. Tanjiro. We became swordsmen in hopes of finding a cure for her. Tenjin. Quite the flashy story, I'm afraid he does have a point so far. Abanai scoffed. Mitsuri. Excuse me, something about this concerns me. I find it hard to believe the master would have been unaware of this. I don't think we should act without his permission, regardless of what we think. Rimuru. Well, that's fine by us. Tanjiro nodded. Haijiro. I suppose regardless of what we think, evidence exists that she not only has not devoured humans, but protected them, so with this information, we should keep our peace at least for now. Rimuru. That's all we ask for. Once meeting her, I'm sure you'll understand she can fight alongside humans against demons. Tsunemi. Well, what kind of fun do we have brewing here? Are those the morons who brought this demon along with them? Rimuru and Tanjiro's blood boiled at the sight of Tsunemi holding their sister by the neck. Tsunemi. What the hell do you two think you're trying to pull exactly? Shinobu. Shinazagawa, please don't act out of line. Hanny. She's right, Tsunemi, we were given orders to hold a trial and not take action. Rimuru stood up. Rimuru. We came here for a trial, not an execution, so I'll only ask this once, let her go. Seal. I love it when he gets fierce like that, the look in his eyes is just plain intoxicating. Tsunemi. Run that by me again, guys. She can fight as a demon slayer to protect humans. Was that it? You know what we call that? Completely impossible, you idiots. Tsunemi reached for his sword and was about to stab Nezuko. Rimuru broke his bindings and twisted Tsuneme's wrist, taking his sword from him, then punched Tsunemi in the stomach. He coughed up some blood as he was sent flying till he hit the wall. Seal burst out laughing while Mitsuri snickered. Mitsuri. Pardon me, Hanny. It's really not that funny, Seal. Seal. I beg to differ, big sister, I find it hilarious. Tsunemi got up but barely. Nezuko. Brother, why would you do that? I was fine, you know, I'll just regenerate. Rimuru. Even so, that doesn't matter, as if I'll just watch you get hurt and do nothing about it. Tanjiro casually broke his binds next as he walked toward them. Tanjiro. Still, you may have ruined any chances we had at negotiating. Tsunemi. Damn you. Abanai. This guy is quite concerning, he was so fast my eyes could barely keep up. I'm certain I lost him for a second. I haven't seen such speed since Seal Kacho joined. Come to think of it, they do look similar. Could they be of the same clan? Shinobu. Rimuru, I'll have to ask you to put his sword down, please. Rimuru turned to see all the Hashira apart from Seal and Gyu holding their weapons ready to unsheathe them. Rimuru gripped Tsunemi's sword as its color changed to look parallel to his own Nichiren blade. Rimuru. Forgive me, Shinobu, you have been quite understanding, but I don't feel quite safe without it. Seal. Yes, do it, show them your power. Gyu. Cease this, the master will be arriving shortly. Rimuru dropped the sword, its colors went to their default. Rimuru. Right, sorry, Gyu. Seal. Damn it, Tomioka. The other Hashira sheathed their swords. Hanny. Please forgive Tsunemi's insubordination, he can be quite hasty. Tsunemi walked back to them and picked up his sword. Tsunemi. You know good little. Rimuru. This fight is over, if you want we can continue later, but for now let's postpone as Lord Yabayashiki will soon arrive. Tsunemi gritted his teeth and picked up his sword and sheathed it. Tsunemi. Once this is over I'll destroy you. Seal. Not if I kill you first. Rimuru. You can try. Inaki and Nichika. The master of the mansion has arrived. Kagaya. My beloved children, I thank you for coming here this day. Kagaya was guided in by his two daughters Hinaki and Nichika. He looked up at the sky. Kagaya. Good morning to you all. The weather is strikingly nice today, perhaps with a blue sky. Finding ourselves here at this semi-annual gathering, with all the same faces and new ones, it brings me joy. Rimuru gave a signal to his younger siblings to bow in respect, as did the other Hashira. Rimuru. It is a pleasure to meet you in person and see you in good health, master. I thank you for your kindness and pray for your continued good fortune. Kagaya. It is a pleasure to meet you as well, Rimuru. Tsujikuni, I thank you. Tsunemi and Seal winced at those words but held their tongue. Tsunemi. Who does this bastard think he is? I was going to greet him. Seal. I know he's playing the role of a demon slayer same as I am, but my master belittling himself to anyone still leaves an awful taste in my mouth. Tsunemi. If I may, master, before we start this meeting, would you kindly enlighten us about these two young swordsmen who would appear to have been accompanied by a demon? Tanjiro. He didn't seem to have a drop of intellect, logic, or social graces before, but now he's speaking so formally. Pagaya. But of course, I apologize for any confusion. Rimuru, Tanjiro, and Nezuko have all been sanctioned. I would appreciate it if you all accept this condition. Jaime. Master, since you have requested and this girl has proven herself to be different, I shall do what I can to keep my peace. Mitsuri. As for myself, I will do whatever it is you wish, Master. Michiro. I'll forget anyway, so I'm fine either way. Shinobu. I also agree with your decision, Master. Meguro. She may be different from other demons, but I won't trust them, not even for a minute. First of all, I loathe demons. Nezuko. At least there's something we have in common. Aijiro. I respect you with all my heart, Master, and though this is unorthodox, I will keep my peace so long as we further investigate if she truly is an ally of humans. Hanny. I personally believe that she should be given a chance. Seal. So far I trust Nezuko. If Master trusts her, then so do I. Rimuru. Looks like her healing abilities and her accomplishments against demons have given her a better beginning standing with the other Hashira. That's good, but there I still need to worry about him. Tsunemi. The Corps' mission is to annihilate demons. I ask that you punish the Tsujikuni siblings and Tomioka. Kagaya. The Tsujikuni siblings have done things no demon slayer has done before. Each of them faced off with the 3 highest ranking upper moons one-on-one each and came out unscathed. The only reason they didn't kill them was because a blood demon art let them escape, and Tanjiro here nearly killed Muzan Kibutsuji, but he escaped yet, despite that he was able to protect everyone in the area. Every Hashira aside from Seal and Gyu were visibly shocked by this news. Tenjin. No, that's impossible. Not even a Hashira has ever crossed paths with him, let alone wound him. Did you really? What did he look like? What are his powers? Where did you see him? Tsunemi grabbed Tanjiro by the hair while he was bowing and started shaking him. Tsunemi. What was Kibutsuji doing? Did you find his stronghold? Answer me. Tanjiro slapped his hand away. Tenjin. Come on, I asked him first, tell us what powers Kibutsuji has. Pagaya put a finger over his mouth. The Hashira then regained their composure. Pagaya. Speaking of that man, it is quite uncanny that he would send the upper ranks after them, especially the highest ranks. It's clear this is more than just to silence him, it's clear that these two set a fear in his heart. Rimuru. If I may, Master, I might know the reason. Pagaya. Please tell us. Rimuru. A journal exists in our family of a demon slayer. At the time we wrote it off as mere fantasy, but it told us about how one of our great-grandfathers faced off against Muzan Kibutsuji and nearly killed him. It's possible Muzan sees our bloodline as a threat to him, which is why he would go to such drastic measures to get rid of us. Pagaya. In my family records, tales of such a demon slayer do exist, and his family name was also Tsujikuni. Rimuru. If his name was Yoriichi, then that's him. Pagaya. I see you can discuss more about it in the Hashira meeting. Abanai. Master, are we really going to give clearance to this boy? Pagaya. Rimuru already defeated Lower Moon 5 single-handedly, so he is due to become one of you. He is as of now Hashira. Abanai. I see, but don't think this means I trust you for even a second. Rimuru. I am honored to be included in the ranks. Pagaya. With that, I hope that you all may get along with our newest fellow Hashira. Tsunemi. I'm afraid I can't accept this, Master. How can we call someone who allies with a demon a Hashira? If it were human, there would be no question we'd spare it, but after all we've gone through, losing all our brethren, asking us to house a demon, and someone who allies with one into our ranks, it's unacceptable. Tsunemi unsheathed his sword and cut his arm. Tsunemi. Hear me, Master, the depravity of a demon, I will prove it to you here and now. He then flaunted his injured arm to Nezuko. Tsunemi. Hey demon, it's time for your dinner, take a bite. Nezuko. You're soiling the garden, cover your wounds. Tsunemi. What's the matter? Go on, you know you want it. Nezuko. I really don't. Tsunemi. What's wrong with you? Can't you see there's blood here just for you? I know you love it. Nezuko. The image is still fresh in my mind. Tsunemi. What? Nezuko. The image of all my younger siblings and mother being slaughtered by Muzan himself, all the blood that day. Surely you all know what that's like. Every day I loathe myself for having any relation to him, so no, I'm not particularly fond of blood. Everyone went silent at her outburst. Rimuru. Nezuko. Pagaya. I see. The fact that you weren't tempted in the slightest to even look at his bleeding arm should say enough. I'm sure that even after this there are some who cannot accept Nezuko. Work towards changing their minds. Prove to them that you and Nezuko can be helpful to our cause by fighting as demon slayers. Tanjiro. The 3 of us will defeat Kibutsuji. Pagaya. I have great faith in you all. With it we have concluded this trial. Tanjiro. Nezuko, you may step back. Shinobu raised her hand. Shinobu. If that's the case, Master, allow us to take Rimuru, Tanjiro, and Nezuko into our abode until Rimuru's mansion is finished. Hanny? Yes, it would be our pleasure. Seal merely looked to Rimuru with gleaming lustful eyes. Rimuru? Oh no. Hanny then clapped her hands. Hanny? Please escort them to our mansion. Fukakushi ran in. Dodo. Pardon me for cutting in front. The humble Kikuchi bowed to Kagaya and then the Hashira. He then reserved a bow for Rimuru. Dodo. Forgive my rudeness to you and congratulations on your promotion, Lord Rimuru. Rimuru. Oh, don't worry about that, it's fine dude, and thanks for your service. Please take care of my younger siblings. He gave one final bow. Dodo. Right, you can count on us, Lord Rimuru. He and a female Kikuchi guided Tanjiro and Nezuko to the flower mansion. Rimuru. I'll see you guys later. A sudden mental flash then hit Rimuru. Rimuru. Oh no, I just realized now that I'm a Hashira, people are going to start calling me Lord again. Great, here I was hoping to escape that title while living in a mansion with my siblings doesn't sound so bad, and Hashiras get paid in literally however much they want, so that's a plus. Pagaya. Now then let us begin the Hashira meeting. For today's Taisho era secret we'll hear what Rimuru thinks of the other Hashira. Rimuru. I'll just go off based on what I know. Shinobu. Rimuru. Shinobu acts pretty kind even though it is clear she goes through a lot of pain. I get the feeling she pushes herself too hard to be someone she's not. Still I respect her. Rimuru. Tenjin can act quite full of himself, but he's a decent enough guy when it counts. He has an enviable amount of wives. Mitsuri. Rimuru. She's a sweetheart and a very nice person. I like how she can find something likable in just about everyone. Still her reasons for becoming a demon slayer are quite questionable. Tsunemi. Rimuru. Not a favorite. I can understand enjoying a good fight, but he can be too ruthless for my tastes. Ryu. Rimuru. I know his story to the fullest, and I feel like he blames himself too much. I'll try to be there for him as a friend, and Hashira now I also hope I can help him overcome his greatest fear. Rengoku. Rimuru. I didn't like how close-minded he seemed at the start to Nezuko, but he's a great person. I respect him, and can't wait for the next arc with him. Michiro. Rimuru. A bit too airheaded and inconsiderate for my tastes, but I'm sure we could be friends. I wonder how am I gonna tell him that we're cousins though. Meguro. Rimuru. Also not a favorite. Maybe I get the wrong impression of him, but he can act quite arrogant and inconsiderate, plus he's a simp. Jaime. Rimuru. He's a good person. I just wish he wouldn't cry all the time, and he sounded so patronizing. Annie. Rimuru. Didn't expect to see her here. I'll admit didn't get to see much of her, but from what I do get she seems like quite the kind person. I see why so many looked up to her. Seal. Rimuru. No comment. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.